told what to do. The Williams sisters was told what to do since they was 3 or 4 years old, became the greatest tennis players in the world. Tiger Woods was told what to do since he was a kid, became the greatest golfer. Floyd Mayweather, since he was 7, was told what to do, became the greatest boxer the world's ever seen. Michael Jackson was told what to do and became the greatest entertainer that's ever lived. My point being is, I think that when people are given direction, their achievement in life is a lot better than having so much free time on their hands.
Yahawashi have given us the best direction. This is Deuteronomy chapter 10, verse 12 in NLT, and it reads, "And now Israel, what does the Lord Yahawah your power require of you? He requires only that you fear the Lord Yahawah your power and live in a way that pleases him, and love him and serve him with all your heart and soul." I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahawah, Ba'ashim, Yahawashi, Ba'ashim, Rakak, Wadash. Yahawah is the Most High God, and Yahawashi to the world ignorantly calls Jesus the Christ. The Rakak, Wadash is the Holy Spirit, the Paleo Hebrew. And double honors to the elder apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who rule well through the Spirit, teaching His word and believing in His word, Lord willing they continue to endure and be sincere. And a mighty shalom to the hopeful elect in the same Spirit, teaching His word and believing His word, Lord willing you can continue to endure and be sincere. And shalom to the Akwathium that are believers in the faith, Lord willing you can continue to pursue your lot, which is being a loving and silent and virtuous wife. And Lord willing the Most High have mercy on the other brothers and sisters that's not in the faith. The title of this lesson, I actually might call it is "When We're Given Direction" by Yahawah Ba'ashim Yahawashi, we do a lot better when we're given direction. Or if we're given demands, which when you go into this verse, require is a demand. So I'm going to read it again in the KJV, Deuteronomy chapter 10, verse 12. "And now Israel, what doeth the Lord Yahawah thy power require of thee, but to fear the Lord Yahawah thy power, to walk in all his ways, and to love him, and to serve the Lord Yahawah thy power with all thy heart and with all thy soul." Right? With all your mind. With all your mind, you should be serving Yahawah Ba'ashim Yahawashi. This is why we shouldn't take this one little verse too lightly. That's what a lot of us fail to realize, that a lot of us fell off from the requirements of Yahawah Ba'ashim Yahawashi and went to our own pleasures. This is Jeremiah chapter 7 in verse 22. In the KJV, it says, "For I spake not unto your fathers, nor commanded them in the day that I brought them out of the land of Egypt concerning burnt offerings or sacrifices. But this thing commanded I them, saying, Obey my voice, and I will be your power, and ye shall be my people, and walk ye in all the ways that I have commanded you, that it may be well with you." We need to walk in Yahawah Ba'ashim Yahawashi's ways. If Revelations 1 and 3 it says, "Blessed is he that readeth," that's an action you must do. "Blessed is he that heareth the word," that's an action that you must do. Hearing these prophecies and applying them in your life, that is an action that you must do. But we fail to do that because we want to do our own thing. We was created to be servants toward Yahawah Ba'ashim Yahawashi. We were created to be servants unto Yahawah Ba'ashim Yahawashi. I'm about to get a correspondence to see if they'll give me I'll go. They ain't giving me what I really want. So I'll go to this one. This is Jeremiah chapter 32, verse 33. because the Lord is using the mouthpiece of the prophets. Jeremiah 32 verse 33, and it reads in the KJV, and they have turned unto me the back and not the face, though I taught them, rising up early and teaching them, yet they have not hearkened to receive instruction. Right? Yahawashi is always dealing with the prophets to bring forth his message. What is it? Luke chapter 1 verse 70, where it says, as he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began. Right there and then we have mercy from Yahweh Shema Shai, because daily he have the men of the Lord doing videos days in and day out. In St. John 4, a lot of us stepped in other men's labors. Before this time, before that time, before that time, before that time, all the way when we go all the way to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, when we go into Noah, right? We jumped into other men's labors, right? Through that faith, through righteousness, through the actions that we do, through the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi. Right? So it was already established, and now the Lord has his, he's bringing forth those apostles, those prophets, those evangelists back today, and they're standing in this light, and they're bringing forth the word and bringing it forth even more smoother. Right? I'm gonna go to another app because I see it's only giving me one verse right there for 2 Samuel. None of us can really say we didn't hear him, right? This is 2 Samuel chapter 23, verse 1. It says, now these be the last words of David. David, the son of Jesse, said, the man who was raised up on high, the anointed of the God of Jacob, in the sweet psalmist of Israel said, the spirit of the Lord Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahawashi spake by me, and his word was in my tongue. Right? The Lord was speaking through David. Right? We can go to another classic before I go back. Psalms 110, because through the spirit, even Yahawashi said David was speaking through the spirit. This is Psalms chapter 110, verse 1. The Lord said unto my Lord, this is David saying it, sit thou on my right hand. Right? Yahweh said unto David's Lord, which is Yahawashi, sit on my right hand until I make thy enemies thy footstool. Right? And when we go, if we was to go into the blue letters and I was to correspond, it would give me, I believe, the precept in the New Testament when Yahawashi said that David was speaking through the Spirit. Right? And we could test that logic. Right? But I want to continue to show that the Lord is speaking, man, but he's speaking through his prophets. For anybody watching YouTube, some people say, oh, the Lord is going to teach us. Yeah, you're right. The Lord will guide you to teachers. If you're praying, if you afflict yourself by fasting, if you're serious about this, the Lord will bring you to the right teachers. And we're going to teachers who sound, oh man, they're bringing out mad precepts, right? Or you're drawn to people that's boasting themselves up. Right? Or saying that they don't sin, or we're in the new covenant, right? You have to look in the inward man, which is 1 Samuel chapter 16, verse 7. You're not looking at the outward stature. You're not looking at the material things they have, the car they got, how many people in their congregation. Are they diligent? Are they doing this for entertainment? Is they pay? Oh, I'm about to debate you for $1,000. Hey, debate me for $400. Or is they being sincere and laying themselves down freely, diligently, daily, right? But let's continue. Jeremiah 30 and 10. Therefore fear thou not, O my servant Jacob, saith the Lord Yahweh, neither be dismayed, O Israel. For lo, I will save thee from afar, and thy seed from the land of their captivity, and Jacob shall return and shall be in rest, and be quiet, and none shall make him afraid. Right? In the book of Jeremiah, the Lord is speaking through. When you go to Jeremiah 28, when Hananiah was prophesying that he broke the wooden shackles of the Babylonians, the Lord, the spirit, the Rakak Wadash hit Jeremiah, and he said the Lord wasn't using you. The Lord didn't send you. So he said in 7 7 months later in this year, you're going to die. You can go read that chapter for yourself. You know, the Lord will send the Rakak Wadash, and you're gonna speak through the Spirit, right? And look, we was talking about David in Psalms 110, and look, it's right there. Mark chapter 12, verse 32. For David himself said by the Holy Spirit, the Rakak Wadash, the Lord Yahawah said to my Lord, which is Yahawashi, sit thou on my right hand till I make thy enemies thy footstool. So it's the Rakak Wadash that's making us prophesy. You know, sometimes like some of us brothers, we don't know what we're going to go into. And sometimes you could be pushing this in the flesh, but you might just wait and meditate. You might be hearing chapters, like I'm hearing chapters, I'm hearing lessons. And it could be one verse that I already brought out, or a verse that the apostle or a brother or Yaramayan brought out, and I might be thinking of a lesson on this side, you know? And if the lesson do come, it's the Rakak Wadash. And if I'm saying something wrong, I believe the Lord is going to send a brother to correct me on that lesson, right? Because part of your requirement is to be teaching the truth, you know? Because if Yahawashi is the truth, right, and even the word is truth, then that means that there's no lie in it. So when you're bringing forth the truth of Yahawah Shema Shai, you cannot be teaching a lie. That's a requirement, man. Right? So we seen that. So we're going to go back to talking about the requirements of Yahawah Shema Shai real quick. Let's go to Micah chapter 6 and verse 8. In the KJV, it says, he have showed thee, O man, what is good, and what doeth the Lord Yahawah require of thee, but to do justly, and to love mercy, and to walk humbly with thy power. Right? So the Lord wants us to move justly, right? Move right, move righteous. You know, love mercy, which every day we're able to wake up. We're able to teach. You're able to pray. Your household's somewhat in order. That's mercy of Yahawah Shema Shai, because he can have your kids wilding. He can have your wife talking back and being aggressive. That's mercy of Yahawah Shema Shai on this side. That's a little taste. Just imagine when Jacob trouble come, mercy. Us being in the truth is mercy. So you have to love the mercy of Yahawah Shema Shai, not the mercy that, oh, Esau, he's being nice. He's not afflicting us now. No, we're talking about the mercy of Yahawah Shema Shai, and walk humbly with the Lord. Now that made me think of Matthew the 5th chapter. I want to get this one where it's Matthew chapter 5 verse 5. It says, blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Right? In the NLT, it makes it even plain. The Most High blesses those who are humble, for they will inherit the whole earth. Right? They're going to get the kingdom. Right? When we go back, which one is it? Right? When you go to verse 3, it says, blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. In the NLT, the Most High blesses those who are poor and realize their need for him, for the kingdom of heaven is theirs. That's being poor in spirit. I can't do nothing without Yahawah Shema Shai. We can't do a lesson without Yahawah Shema Shai, right? Because then if I start doing it and boasting on myself, then I'm gonna be moving off of it's me, it's I, you know. And even, guess what? When it's sheep watching you and you're growing with either followers and people actually listening and learning, it's because Yahawah Shema Shai is seeing growth within you. My looks, my voice ain't got, hey, your voice can sound good. Well, that's good. You're taking your time to bring it out. But it's about the inward man that Yahawah Shema Shai is dealing with, right? And it's about the fire you have for, you know, Yahawah Shema Shai, or better yet, his ministry, right? Or for this truth, right? Psalms 104, verse 4. Who maketh his angels spirits, his ministers a flame of fire, right? The men of the Lord that's always teaching, regardless of being persecuted, you know, or regardless of their situation, You have a fire spirit, right? A ministering spirit, which is a servant of servants. Paul, he was on fire. Peter on fire. David on fire when he was serving the Lord. Even Solomon, right? So we got certain things right here where we got something dealing with Elijah. 2 Kings chapter 2 verse 11, ministers of flaming fire. Now, this verse 11, it says, and it came to pass as they still went on talking, that behold, there appeared a chariot of fire and horses of fire, and parted them both asunder. And Elijah went up by a whirlwind into heaven. You know, to make the story small, when you go into Elijah, the Lord was using Elijah a lot. He didn't taste death. And this man was calling down fire. The Lord fed him, and he was prophesying. Elijah had a fire spirit, and Elijah said, ask me whatever you want. And he wanted the same spirit that Elijah had. And he said, hey, if you see me go up, basically get beamed up, get translated, then you can have this. If not, and he seen him get translated. And he took his sackcloth garment, what he had, and he put it on. And that spirit that Elijah had, it was put onto him, because the Rakakwadash is one. It comes from the Father, right? That spirit is of Yahawah Ba'ashim Yahawashi. And all of us in certain levels have a taste of it. Some of us don't have it to a strong degree, because it to really have that spirit, right? I'm gonna just get a side one, and then maybe I could read another one. Is Revelations, the 19th chapter. This is especially for the ministers of this thing. You want to have the spirit. Revelation chapter 19 verse 10. And I fell at his feet, which is John the Revelator, to worship him. And he said unto me, see thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant, right? Because John the Revelator, right? He dropped down to bow to the angel. And the angel said, I am your fellow servant, and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahawashi, right? The record, right? It says, worship the Most High, for the testimony of Yahawashi is the spirit of prophecy, right? What is the spirit of prophecy? 1 Corinthians 11:4. Every man praying or prophesying, having his head covered, dishonor of his head, right? Which I truly believe, even though you might see it in movies and some people say in this old time or those case, why would we argue the simple fact that, even in old times, men, when they go into a building, they take their hat off? Why would we want to argue and saying, hey, if you take your hat off, you're getting, it's a different feeling. You're covering your head and you're doing it on purposely, right? But some people try to take this verse somewhere else, and of course they try to say, oh, this is not the law, but Paul was taught by Yahawashi, and through the Rakakwadash, we're getting more understanding through the Rakakwadash, right, than ever before, right? We should be in this thing to please Yahawah Ba'ashim Yahawashi and not man, right? But even more, the spirit of prophesying, to stay on track, is to meditate on the things of old. Now, again, that verse that I brought out, I do believe that we shouldn't be prophesying, teaching, or praying as men with our head covered, and as a woman, she should be having a veil on her head, just like when Rebecca, that seen Isaac and asked the servant, who is that, and she put that veil over her head. I feel for a woman, it's a shamefaced thing for her to a shamefaced, embarrassed to have her head uncovered, so she covers it. For us men, it would be a shamefaced for us to have our head uncovered, let alone we're teaching or prophesying the words of Yahawah Ba'ashim Yahawashi, But hey, this is Sirach chapter 39 verse 1. But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High, and is occupied in the meditation thereof, will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient, and be occupied in prophecies, right? So this is what a man of the Lord is going to do. He's going to be prophesying, right, to teach his people, but that's really the Lord teaching through you to edify them, man, right? Because the ark door is about to close. The grace period is about to stop. That mercy door is about to close, right? So the Lord requires us to listen. Now you could keep reading on that right there. This is Revelation chapter 1 verse 3, and I quoted it earlier, where it says, "Blessed is he that readeth, and they that heareth the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand." You know, the time is at hand. Every day you should think you're a step closer. It might be a year, it might be 2, it might be 3, it might be 4, it might be 5, it might be 10, it might be 15, it might be 20, it might be 30. You have your mind on keep pressing towards the mark until the Lord especially give the men of the Lord the order, like where we're removed from these highways and byways where we can't teach, you know, where he shut our mouth like Ezekiel or Zacharias, right, in Luke the 1st chapter. You know, you have to know that it's time to wake up, for salvation is nearer than ever before, right? So let's get back. Let's get back on track, right? Let's go to Matthew chapter 11, and I'm gonna read verse 29 to 30. And it says, "Take my yoke upon you and learn of me, for I am meek," which is humble, "and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto your soul," right? Because Yahawashi's yoke is light. We have a heavy burden. Our burden is leaden, which is heavy. You know, Yahawashi makes everything light for us. You know, that's why you want to put all your cares and your worries unto Yahawashi. You know, as a man, your woman can't really carry your burden. Even more, brothers, you're carrying the burden of your whole household. You know, even more when we go back to 1 Corinthians 11, Yahawah is the head of Yahawashi. Yahawashi is the head of man, and the man is the head of woman, right? So we cast all our burdens onto Yahawah Ba'ashim Yahawashi. Let go and let God. You know, that's why I even said, like, when you want to grow in understanding, we pray, we fast, and we have a desire unto Yahawah Ba'ashim Yahawashi. If you lack in this thing, call unto the Lord. You know, if you knock, it shall be open. If you ask, it shall be answered. Right? Verse 30, it says, "For my yoke is easy and my burden is light." You know, let alone the burden that Yahawah Ba'ashim Yahawashi have given us is to endure to the end, to overcome the world. And we overcome the world with the gifts that Yahawah Ba'ashim Yahawashi give us. Praying, right? Faith, the Rakak Wadash, right? Even more, these scriptures, you know, St. John 5:38, right? We think the scriptures give us eternal life, but they testify of Yahawashi. Really, these scriptures point us to Yahawashi because he's the way, he's the truth, he is the life, you know? So, Lord willing, this is edifying to the hopeful elect. Again, we need to be given direction. We see all these superstars, celebrities and all of that who had successful, was the best entertainer, the best hockey or baseball, basketball, football player that ever lived. But it's because they was given direction. Either their parents, Michael Jackson, from a young child. We need to be directed by Yahawah Ba'ashim Yahawashi so that we can be led to that kingdom. Right? Oh yeah, Salaki. Let me get a side precept because I just said that. Right? This is Wisdom of Solomon, the 6th chapter, and I believe the 20th verse. It says, "Therefore the desire of wisdom brings to the kingdom." Woo! Right there and then you was given direction. So the desire of wisdom brings to the kingdom. My last one. 2nd Ezra chapter 8 verse 4 So answer I and said, swallow then down, O my soul, understanding, and devour wisdom. If you devour this wisdom, it's leading you to that kingdom. Because this flesh, this corrupt body cannot inherit the kingdom of Yahawah Ba'Shem Yahawashi. So desire wisdom, which when we go to 1 Corinthians in the NLT verse 30, Yahawashi is wisdom itself. Yahawashi is wisdom itself. 1 Corinthians chapter 1 verse 30 in the NLT. God has united us with Hamashiach Yahawashi for our benefit. God made him to be wisdom itself. Hamashiach made us right with God. He made us pure and holy. He freed us from sin. Right? Yahawashi is wisdom itself. Yahawashi is wisdom itself. Right? And if you have, that Rakakwadash in you, you're not in this thing to argue. You're in this thing to defend the faith. Somebody make a mistake, guess what? You be like, nah, brother. Nah, this is what this verse, this is a precept order. This is what it goes into. If they're not hearing you, you make a lesson. You make a video lesson. In the sheep, all of us, we're going to want to, faith come by hearing the word. We're going to hear the word, But some of us, like I was talking about that hat, some of us deliberately put a hat on our head. I hear people say they doing it because they want to look good, on the camera. Like, you can look good without the hat, We got some women, I don't want to cover my head if I pray. Or you got some people that, I'm debating because it's edifying, but I'm doing it to entertain the sheep. It ain't nothing else to do. That's not moving in a Rakakwadash, because we're a spectacle, but we're not deliberately trying to be a show like we're Eddie Murphy. Because to edify is to build them up. If we're just teaching and nobody is getting edified and getting builded up, you're wasting time. That debating, that having an argumentative spirit like a damn female, arguing about the same thing or going back and forth with a heathen. A person that would really say, hey, I'm Caucasian, but I believe that the Bible is for everybody, and you give them scriptures and then you're going to do a 3-hour, no. We have to only be teaching to feed the elect, not to please everybody and not to just be seen teaching everybody, right? You want to deal with questions. You want to answer women or men when it comes to a question. But this is why the Lord made this last captivity, easier for us when it comes to teaching, where you can make a video and send it. Because we want to get the elect. And that's where your mind should be. The desire of the elect getting edified and builded up into the man or the woman that Yahawah Ba'Shem Yahawashi placed them to be on this side. Again, Lord willing, this was edifying to the hopeful elect. And if it wasn't, hey, Salaki, this wasn't for you. Till next time, for the next video, Shalom, our praises to Yahawah Ba'Shem Yahawashi, Ba'Shem Rakakwadash. And double honors to the elder apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well through the Spirit and teach well. Lord willing, they continue to endure and be sincere. In the mighty Shalom to the hopeful elect that are scattered four corners of the earth in the same Spirit, teaching His word and believing His word. Lord willing, that you continue to endure and be sincere. Shalom. Shalom.